Yolon True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another evening officer video. And today it's time for another lower decks officer. But before I talk about Dr. Tiana, I just want to say, if you are not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. And if you're interested in my Discord, I usually pin a comment under the video as soon as I can after publishing. If you want to know about how to get access to the Discord, please have a look in that pinned comment. But let's talk about Dr. Tiana. She's an epic officer. She is from the class Science. Well, she's the chief medical officer of the ship. That means you need science badges to upgrade her later. She's from the group lower decks. That means she can give synergy on the bridge to a lower deck officer that has a captain maneuver, which already tells you that she doesn't. And she's from the faction Federation, which means that you need Federation faction credits later to upgrade her. And you see, as usual, there's explanation text about her in this info box as well if you're interested in the longer version or haven't seen lower decks. As I already said, no captain maneuver. It just says chief medical officer as the explanation, why not? But she has an officer ability and below deck ability. The officer ability is make a mess. Fits to her if you know her from the series. On round start, Dr. Tiana has a 40% chance to apply a random state to the enemy's player's ship for 3 rounds. That, for example, can be very helpful for Carol Freeman if you use her in PvP on the bridge of your ship as the captain, for example. In this case, the random states are morale, burning, or hull breach, so they left out assimilate because assimilate is a state as well that triggers Freeman, but in this case it's only morale, burning, or hull breach that you can get by Dr. Tiana, which is quite helpful, and but only combined with Freeman because other officers need a certain state to have their abilities triggered. And the below deck ability is bedside manner. On round start against players, Dr. Tiana increases your isolated defense by 50% for 1 round. On round start for 1 round, so it doesn't need to be more rounds if it's every round start. So that's a really good thing that it is at round start, because a lot of abilities trigger at the end of the round because something happened during that round. But if it says on round start, that means that it's in the beginning and you're already protected by it. And a 50% push for the isolated defense is really not bad. That's why you see Dr. Tiana is on one of my ships and she is below deck because I'm using her exactly for this. This week we will have incursion again, and so she will be very helpful for me in that regard. And it means I have her defense every round during a fight. And that is indeed very helpful. So I was very happy to finally get Dr. Tiana. About the getting part we will talk in a second. As an epic officer, Dr. Tiana has, of course, 3 possible officer traits for away team assignments. That's Doctor, Perceptive, and Fluffy. Finally, a second fluffy one. But still, as you can see, I haven't unlocked anything because I will not use her at the moment for away teams, because I will have her below deck on one of my ships for incursions, for territory defense. There is no time to send her away on any away team, and that's why I'm not unlocking them. But you might have a different view on that. The problem part with Dr. Tiana after the lower decks arc is getting her. I didn't get her completely during the arc because that was quite difficult without paying money for her, and it needed several other events later on to get her, and that's your only chance at the moment to get her at all. You will have to hope that there will be some events that will give you Dr. Tiana, or at least parts of it, of her, because there is no regular way with recruit or whatever to get her. She's in none of the standard recruit ones. That's often with a standard with new officers. It's like I have still the same with pick Riker and pick Picard. That's why those are, for example, some of the missing officers. Dr. Teana was until recently one of those officers that were missing for me, and then an event came where I finally got the rest of the shards. So I don't have her very long, and the Lower Decks arc where she was part of is quite some time ago now. And so that's what you have to hope for. Maybe in the future they will show up somewhere else with the X-Borg and everything that was changed recently. We have more officers in those faction stores that we didn't have before, where you now have the chance to get them. And so it might change with Dr. Teana as well. But at the moment, you really have to wait for events to get her. But I would definitely like to know the opinions of other, probably more experienced players that already have Dr. Teana during the first arc or with the events as well, and what you think about her, how you use her. She's definitely one of the useful officers, not one of the prime ones, but one of the useful ones, and even for higher level players. And so I would really like to know what you think about her. And if you, for other cases, have questions or video requests, of course, always write a comment. You know that I'm reading them regularly. And if you just want to say hi and where you're from, what city, for example, I'm always happy to know where my active viewers are coming from. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.